Okay, so let me explain you about a bit of data validation or drop-down list, which we are going to talk about right now. Drop-down list is something which you every now and then you look at. For example, in when you go on any website, when you fill a form, you'll see a drop-down list. When you must have gone through a job portal, for example. So when you go over there, when it is asking for your qualification, it will show you a drop-down list. A drop-down list for universities, also a drop-down list for your qualification and these things. So that is drop-down list that we can create in Excel also, and that is basically a part of data validation. So today we'll see how to use that. So we'll see that how to use it. And one more thing, this is just a part of data validation. There are a lot of things in data validation. And why do we call it? What is data validation? Is to validate the cells in advance. For example, uh, just assume that we are working in the same company, and I want to send a form to all of you in such a manner that you guys fill that form. So, for example, that form contains few fields. For example, one field is city. So maybe somebody will write Delhi, DLHI. Somebody will write ND. Somebody will write New Delhi, somebody will write DEL. So the problem is that when that all the forms will come back to me, and if I want to consolidate those forms, it would be a problem for me to consolidate it. So in that case, what I can do is I can already place a drop down list on those city cells where you guys can only select it instead of typing anything. You just need to select it, and if you'll try to write anything else, it will not accept it. So that's a pretty much good option in Excel. You can do it for a lot of things. And also, guys, one more request: when you go through with this session, always try to correlate all these things with your work. The much you correlate, the much fruitful session is going to be, where you can use these things. So try to correlate it, then only you'll able to use it properly in future. So I hope you have downloaded that workbook, and let me share my screen now so that you can see that how we are going to do this. So here we go. Yeah, so hopefully now you can see the screen. I'm on the very first worksheet, which is this one, data validation. And we do have this account, date, and amount, and a demo list is also there. So now what I want is that I want to create a drop down list over here of all these items, so that somebody can just select any particular item from this list over here and then change um, the amount manually. So this is a very simple demo of a data validation, that drop down list. In the further sheets, I'll explain you that how we can create much more interactive drop down list. Now this is the very basic one. So let's see how we can do it. First, we need to select the cells or set of cells on which you want to apply that drop down. So for example, if I just click on this, as I've already clicked, now the option available is under this data tab. So I'll go on data tab, and there you can see we do have this data validation option. So when I click on this, you'll see that this box will appear. In this box, we do have three tabs, which are settings, input message, and error alert. Setting tab is, you can say, this is the only important tab in this whole scenario. Here we are going to set the rule, apply the condition. So right now you can see this is validation criteria and allow what, which is written as any value. It means there's no validation right now. Any value, it will accept any value. So no rules, nothing. So now what I'll do, I'll just click on this drop down list, and here you can see I do have a lot of options, which are whole number, decimal, list, date, time, text length, and custom. So these all are options you can use. For example, if you talk about whole number, maybe for example, there would be a column in which you want the user to enter certain digit number only. So in that case, we have to go with whole number. So if you choose whole number, we can apply it. That kind of rules we can apply. In the same way, decimal and list is basically the one which are going to use today in this webinar, which is a drop down list. So whenever you want to apply a drop down list in any cell, you have to go with this list option. Again, you have date, time, text length, and custom. If you'll not find anything suitable for you out of these options, we have to go with custom, in which we create different formulas. Fine. So I'm choosing right now list, and here you can see I do have a source. In source, either you can type in by separated by a comma. For example, if I type in, which is cash, comma, account receivables, AR, comma, prepaids, and all. Whatever you want to write, just press comma and then write the next item. So this is going to be the next item in your drop down list. But as we already have a list which is given in Excel, so we'll not type in. Better is that we'll select it. And trust me guys, you already can sense it out also that majorly we are going to have something already written in Excel. It could be the list of your vendors, it could be the list of the customers which you normally use, it could be list of the codes, maybe SAP codes, a lot of things, PAN numbers, phone numbers, a lot of things that you can use. So right now I'll click inside it and I'll just select this whole range, and this is going to be my source. Now one more thing guys, this is very important. If I have chosen this source, it means that in future some if you edit this list, if you edit something the effect will be there in this cell also. Getting my point? If I delete any any item or add anything in between, so it will be reflected in this drop down list. So that's it. This is the way. Now the second tab is input message. Input message is just like a comment. It means what? For example, when you look at a cell, any data validated cell, you'll not see a difference. There is no difference in a cell. Nothing, no highlighted, no indication, nothing. So input message is just like an indication to the user that the creator want something special into it. Okay, for example, if you apply a rule of entering certain digit in a particular cell using that whole number option which we have discussed in this whole number one, and if you create that rule and you send that to me, I'll not able to judge that this particular cell contains a rule, and I'll try to put different values, and it will always show me error because it will not, maybe not align to the rule which you have already set in. So input message is just like an indication in advance to the user that this is what the creator of this workbook want. Okay, so for example, it is just like a comment which you normally put in Excel. So in title, I'll write maybe, let's say, by admin, um, let's say, choose from the drop down list only. Now, if this message will appear over there. One more thing, if you talk about the drop down list, it'll, when you click on this, it will show you a drop down menu, that drop down button, you can say, it will show you. We'll see it in a moment. And then error alert. Now, this error alert is very important. It has three styles, which is stop, warning, and information. Now, if you want, you can just note it down. This is very important, that warning and information are both same. There is no difference. The only difference is with stop. Stop will not allow user to go beyond that rule, to surpass that rule. It will not allow the user at any moment. But if you talk about warning and information, these two will allow user to surpass the rule. So in this case, I know that I can only have only these items in the list. If somebody wants to type anything else, it should not accept. So in that case, I'll choose stop. Now you can see title and error message. If you'll not write anything, Excel will also show a default message. But if you want to write, if you want to customize it pretty well, just go ahead and customize it as I am doing right now. For example, by admin. Now this, just remember, this message will be there when somebody try to uh, write beyond the rule which is given. So what I'll do, let's say it's an error message, so you cannot write anything else apart from choosing an item from the drop down list. Thanks. So this is how it is. Setting tab will create a, um, a setting or a rule, which is a list in this case, because we need to create a drop down list. The source is also given. You can also type in if you want, which should be separated by a comma. And then input message, which is just like a comment, which we have put in. It's optional actually. And error alert, we have chosen stop, and we do have warning and information also. I'll show you what is warning and information in a couple of minutes, but right now stop, and then this message. So then I'll press OK. As and when I press OK, you'll see one thing, that this drop down list is coming, and this is what, this is the input message, because we have selected the cell. If I click somewhere else, I cannot see it. When I click on this, then we do have this input message, and this drop down is also coming. So when I click on this, I can see the list of all these demo list, which is this. So when I click on something, it is there like this. So this is very simple drop down list which we have created. Okay, now let's move on to the next exercise, this one. Here, this is very interesting. In this case, we are going to create a dependent drop down list, which is what, um, for example, we do have regions and states. So here the source is given over here, which is region, and these states are given. In east region we do have these three states, in north region we do have these three states, and so on and so forth. So what I want is, if I create a drop down list over here of regions, which is east, north, south, and west. So when I choose a particular drop down list, I, and a particular item from that list, for example east, And if I create a drop down list over here for states, it will show me the states which are relevant to that particular chosen field or item. So that is what we call a dependent drop down list. If I choose east, so it will show me the concerned states of east only in this particular drop down. So I have to choose it from that drop down. So it would be very relevant for the user. So how we can create it, it's very interesting actually. And one more concept which we are going to use in this is what we call naming convention. Naming convention is basically a concept of assigning a name to a cell or a range, or multiple cells, you can say. That is what a range is. So just have a look. I am in this source worksheet and I have to assign the name. So what I'm trying to tell you is that we can also use a name in our data validation. So for example, how to assign a name. How to assign a name is, for example, if I want to assign a name which is region to all these regions, so what I'll do, I'll first select the range, and then I'll go to the name box. This is what we call a name box, where you can see the address of a cell address. So I'll click on it. Please just look at it very carefully, how to assign a name. First select it and then click inside this name box. You'll see that it is now selected. Now I'll assign a name to it. For example, the relevant name is region. So I'll type region. Guys, it will also not accept any kind of spaces. You cannot put any space in it. It will not accept it. So when I write it, I need to press enter. Then only it will be committed. I'll press enter. Now this selection, all these cells has one name, which is region. So if I want to refer all these cells all together, I can write the name over here. I can use this name anywhere in terms of maybe VLOOKUP also. You remember when you use VLOOKUP, you always have a table array. And if you assign a name to that table array, you need not to put any dollar signs, and you can directly use it in your in any formula or anywhere else also. So just have a look. If I click any of the items, any of the cells in that set of cells, it will not show me region because that is just a part until unless I select the whole range. See this. When I select it, it will show me region. In the same manner, I am providing the names to rest of these tables. So I'll select it again. I'll click inside it and I'll write east and I'll press enter. Again, I'll go over here. I'll select it and I'll type north and I'll press enter again. Same is for west. I'll select the cells. I'll click inside this name box. I'll write the name, which is west. Again, same is the case with south. I'll select it, click inside this formula bar and south, and I'll then press enter. So I do have, now you can also see all the names in this workbook through this drop down. See this. We have given east, north, region, south, and west. One more important thing, the scope of this name is limited to this whole workbook only, this particular workbook. You can use these names throughout the different worksheets, but you cannot use this name throughout the different workbooks. I cannot, you know, refer this name in a different workbook to refer this list. But I can use this name in a different worksheet in the same workbook to refer a particular list. So this is what we're going to take the advantage of in our exercise 2 sheet. Just have a look. If I click on this drop down, and I don't know that, maybe I don't know that this is for which particular list we have given a name for. So I'll click on this north. It'll take me away, it'll take me to that particular range. Just have a look. I'll click on north. Now this north cells are selected. So I can quickly see that this name is assigned to what. So I'll go to this exercise 2 sheet, and here we are going to assign put a drop down list now. So what I'll do, I will first select the set of cells on which I want to apply this drop down list, which is region. Okay, so I have selected it, and then the same manner I'll go to the data tab, and under the data tab we do have this data tools group, and in this data tools group we do have this data validation option. So when I click on this, you can see that all these options are coming. I'll go to the setting tab, and here you can see allow any value. So right now, as you already know, as we have already discussed, we are going to use this list. So I'll click on this list, and here we do have source. Now you can see that we do not have any source over here. So what we'll do, we'll press equal to, and we can just use that name which we have given to that range, which is region. So I do not want any input message, and I'm also not going to uh, I'll go with stop in this case also. Later in exercise 3 we'll look at the warning or information. Right now we are going to use stop, and then I'm not going to put any message over here. Why I'm not going to do it? Because let's see that what is going to be the default message. So I'll go to the setting tab just to check, cross check it. List I have chosen, and region is given, so equals to region. So when I press OK, so there we go, we do have this list is coming. So see this, when I click on drop down, you can see all the regions are coming. So if you want to take the data from different worksheet, you first assign the name to it, and then you can go ahead over here and use that name by pressing equal to sign. So there you can see these options are coming, and this is in all the cells. Okay, one more thing which we forgot to check it in the first exercise, that to surpass the rule, which we haven't done in that case. So let's see, if I as we have chosen stop, and if I write anything else, let's say ABC maybe. So if I press enter, see this, it will not allow me to put any value into it. And the same case, just have a look. I'm sorry, I'm going back, but just have a look. If I press enter, see this error is coming which we have given. Okay, and it is showing me only retry or cancel. So you can either retry or you can just cancel it, but you cannot go beyond it, you cannot continue, which is available in warning and information option. Okay, so I'll go back to this sheet, and we do have this list now pretty much well we are doing. Now the important part and the interesting part is the states. We have already given the name, but these have multiple names, which is north, south, west, and east, which we need to give in states. So what I'll do, I'll first select it, and okay, first I'll select it, and then okay, then data validation, I'll go to the data validation option, and there we'll go with the list again, as we have already seen. Now here in the source, what we need to do, we'll have to use a formula which is indirect formula. Indirect is something which you can sense it out from its name. It is indirectly referring to something else. So this is what we can use over here, equals to and indirect, and I'll open the bracket. As you can see, I cannot write all the names over here, which is north, west, east, south, because it will not be dependent on this. But that is why, to make it dependent on this region column, I'll use indirect. You can note it down, or else also I'll share this workbook later with you. Indirect, bracket open, and I'll click on this cell. I'll choose this one, which is B8. Okay, so now I'll close down the bracket and I'll press OK. Fine. So list indirect, bracket open, and I have chosen the first cell. And remember this thing, this is with dollar sign, $B, $8. So this is what this cell is basically been freezed. So when I press OK, it will showing me the source is currently evaluates to an error because यहाँ पर अभी तक we haven't chosen anything. So यहाँ हमें कुछ choose करना पड़ेगा from that drop down list. So I'll click yes, and there we go. We have this drop down list. So first I'll choose something from here, then only it will show me some dependent thing. So I'll choose east, for example, and here just have a look. I do have a drop down list only for that related to east region. But still there is one problem, guys. Just have a look. If in this case, if I choose something else which is north and I click on this drop down, I can see again the states only which are concerning to east, not north. The reason being, which I've tried to, make, try to brought it into your notice, which was basically that dollar sign, because that is freeze now. So the whole list is dependent on this particular cell only, not all the cells. So I'll select all the cells again and I'll try to edit this drop down list. So I'll go on this data validation option, and there in place of this indirect B8, I'll just remove these dollar signs. Now I'll press OK. Now if you'll see, this is coming for this, and if I go with north, it is showing me for north. Let me check it for all, which is west. Again, this is for west, and south. This is for south. So we can go ahead and we can use this. So this is very interesting option which we do have in Excel to create a dependent drop-down list. This is very much useful in a lot of ways. Maybe you have departments and their concerned uh, designations are there. So a particular department has these designations. So dependent drop-down list is going to be there. You have some product categories. So if you have, let's say, food, so in that food you are going to have concerned items in that dependent drop down list, maybe vegetables, fruits, and all those things. So that is going to be the use of this dependent drop down list. Now the last exercise which we are going to look at is this. This is again a drop down list, but with VLOOKUP actually. One more thing which I think I've already told you, that I'm going to share this solved workbook also with you. So if you have missed out anything, you will be able to cope up with by using that formulas, that how we have used it. And also I am recording this session. I'll put it on YouTube, and I'll send a link to you guys. You can refer it in future. So anything if you want to look at, you can go with that. And if you find any issue, you can also email me anytime. You are more than welcome. You have my email ID, hopefully. Okay, so now this is interesting. Now I assume that you guys already know about VLOOKUP. So this is how we are going to use it. We have this employee ID cell and a name, department, position and manager, and this data is there. Just analyze this data for a minute. We do have employee ID, name, department, position, manager, and their salary. So just have a look, guys. If I'll create a drop down list over here, that'll have some, the list of all the employee IDs that we can do easily. We can create a drop down list, and if I apply a VLOOKUP over here for name, department, position and manager, so as you just visualize it, what will happen when I choose any particular drop down item, which could be any email ID. All this data will get refreshed and show only the items which are concerning to this particular employee ID. So again, it's very good example of using drop down list with all these items over there. So what I'll do, I'll select this cell first, and then we'll go to the data validation. Under the data tab, we do have this data validation, and I'll click on it. And then that we are going to use list. Under the setting tab, we are going to choose a list because it's a drop down list we are talking about here. So we'll click on list, and then we'll go for source. And that the source is already given to us, which is what? These employee IDs. So I'll select it, and there we go. We do have this. And in this case, we are not going to give any input message because that is something we have already seen. Then we do have error alert. As I have told you that we'll see it, that how to use warning or information, although there is no relevance of using these two options over here, because we want that this drop down show only these employee IDs, and nobody will able to write anything else apart from the employee ID which is given in the list. So, but just for the sake of showing you the option, we are doing it. You can go with either warning or information. Both are same. There is no difference. Just a feel of the name. Just telling the user that I'm giving you a warning, or I'm giving you in a soft sense, I'm giving you an information. So just that. There is no technical difference into it. So I'll go with, let's say, warning, and title or message. Again, you can edit it. So again, I'm giving a warning to the user. So for example, I'll write again, let's say, by admin, and please choose from the drop down list. So I have created this little message for the user when he try to write something else. So here settings, we have chosen a list, and the range, which is this employee ID. So when I press OK, it will show me this drop down. Drop down of what? Drop down of all the employee IDs, you can see. Great. Okay. And if I try to write anything else, let's say, it will show me this message by admin and this message. And then, do you want to continue? You can press yes. So it will let you write that. So if I press yes, it will be there. There's no problem for the Excel if I write it. But just have a look. Very important part, this will not get added into the list. Okay, this is just an item which is written over here, so it will not get added. And one more very interesting thing, guys, if somebody write anything else which is not as per the rule, so what will happen? The good thing is that we do have an option to look at it at one go, that in the whole worksheet, if I want to see that where the rules have been broken down, so I can just look at it at one go using this data tab, data validation option, and this drop down. I can see this option which is circle invalid data. So when I click on this option, circle invalid data, just have a look, guys. It will encircle all those cells which are not aligned as per the rule given in validation. So this will get encircled. And if I want to remove it, I can just click on this drop down and clear validation circles. When I click on it, it will go away. So my intention was not to write it, but we'll choose something from this drop down. But before that, okay, let me choose something. Let's say this one. Before that, we have to also apply VLOOKUP in this case. So I am applying VLOOKUP. I'm assuming that you already know, but I'll explain a bit just with it. So equals to VLOOKUP. Now lookup value is what? Lookup value is going to be our this employee ID, which we need to match it with rest of the database over here. So lookup value, comma, table array. So this lookup value I need to find or I need to match in which table, which is this one. So this is going to be our table array, and comma, column index number. Column index number is what right now? This is, we are talking about the name. So employee ID is first column of our table array, and name is the second column of our table array. So I'll write 2 because we are searching for the second column, which is name, comma, range lookup, which is true or false, which is match of your lookup value. So I wanted false or 0 that we normally put. So false or 0 both are same. So I'll go with false, and I'll close down the bracket, and then I'll press enter. So it will give me the name. You can see this name is coming, William. So I'll just change it. You'll see that name will get changed. So this is we are going to apply for rest of the cells. So for that, instead of writing the formula 3 times or 4 times, I'll do one thing. I'll just freeze it. So I'm freezing it by pressing F4. Freezing it what? Putting a dollar sign. So I'm putting dollar sign using F4 function F4 key of on my keyboard. The one thing which we need to change is this column index number. If we want, we also can replace it with match formula, and if we choose a match formula, we need not to even change this. It will give us the result for all, but that I'm not going into right now. So I'll just press enter and I'll manually change it. So I'll change it to 3 because department is my third column, so I'll change it to 3, and again I'll change it to fourth because position is our fourth column, and I'll change it to obviously which is fifth column because manager is in fifth column. So if I change anything, everything will get changed. So this is the power of drop down list, guys. So you can create a drop down list using data validation, the data tab, data validation, and this again have a lot of things. I'll try to go into rest of the things in coming webinars. And also, if you think I hope this is clear to you guys. If you have any question, you can just drop by an email anytime. And I always as I told you earlier, also try to correlate all these things with your work, so it would much more useful for you guys. Otherwise you'll not use it. This is very good options. We can actually create dashboards using these drop downs. So this is very good thing. And just a recap, first we have created a drop down list. How to create it? We just click on the cell, we'll go to the data tab, and we click on the data validation option, and there we choose list. From this drop down list we choose list always for a drop down list, and then we select the range, which this is one, this is what we have selected. And then input message, this is the input message which you can see over here. You can type in anything which you want. And then error alert, we have chosen stop. And it's why stop? Because if somebody else somebody try to write anything else, he or she will get this error message if you write it, or if you do not write it, it will show you a default message. So when you press OK, it will show you this drop down list from where you can choose. And you can link any other cell with this, like this is what we have done in this exercise third, that we have chosen or applied VLOOKUP, and on the basis of this employee ID. So this is pretty much fruitful for us to use it. And dependent drop down list is almost the same, but two concepts which we need to use over here is first assigning a name, which is how to assign it. First select it, and then click inside this name box, and then give it a name, and then press enter. So how it we can assign a name, select it, and then just select it like this and give it a name, and we can see all the names over here. And in case if you want to edit or delete any name, we have to go to the formulas tab, and there we do have an group which is defined name, and we have to click on name manager. So here you can see all the names, and either you can edit it. Editing is what? You can change the reference also, the name also, or if you want, you can delete any name also, and you can create a new one also. So it's in your hand. You can customize it as per your requirement. So first we'll give the names to different um, tables, and then we use it over here. So region we have used over here, and then again over here we have uh, put a data validation with an indirect function, with an indirect function, which is equals to indirect, and B8, which is this one. And also always remember, please avoid that dollar sign over here. So dollar sign should not be there. If it will be a dollar sign, you'll always you know that it will always show the first one, or that B8 if it's chosen, so it will always show the result of the B8, not any other cell. So always avoid dollar sign in these cases. Otherwise, it is perfect, no issues. If a dollar sign is all there, no problem with that. Okay, so this is about the data validation drop down list and dependent drop down list, guys. Hope you enjoyed the session. And in I'll also share, as I've told you, I'll also share this workbook with you, the solved workbook. I'll save it right now. I'll share it with you guys on the email very soon. Plus, I have recorded this session. I first need to convert it, and then only I'll be able to upload it on YouTube, and I'll share that with you uh, very soon. And after that, I'll also share an email for the next webinar, which we are going to have the same time on Sunday, next Sunday. So topic I have not decided yet. I'll decide it. For that, you can also help me out if you want something that I should, include that in my webinar. You can just write it in the comment when you register yourself. I have seen that a lot of people are writing that somebody wanted for automation macros, and I'll definitely do that actually, but in couple of webinars I'll explain those things with the topics I'm getting. So I'll what I'm trying to do right now, for example, if 100 people are sending me the topics, so I'll obviously on the basis of majority I'm taking the topics right now. So I'll definitely cover up as much as possible, that I assure you. And one more thing, I I maybe I'm not introduced myself when I started it. So you know my that my name is Lokesh Lalwani, and I'm basically a corporate trainer, and I have started this whole thing uh, on Sundays, because Sundays majorly we do not have any corporate training, so that is why I've started. And this this week I had a training in Aristocrat. That's basically that they create games, and that's in Noida. So I also want to show you one thing, that this is my website, which is Nurture Tech Academy. This is I have started with one more person uh, years ago, and we are actually into corporate trainings. Individual trainings we also provide, uh, but we used to provide individual training in our academy, but somehow we have started online training only, as this webinar you can see. But the very good option which I enable in that case is that you can also speak with me when I give online training. So that option is also enabled when I do, online training. And that too I do on every Sunday after this session, which is 12:30 to 4:30. That is going to be a 4-hour session on every Sunday. So that I also do, and our academy is also Microsoft authorized testing center. So these are the you can see over here. These are the corporate trainings which I have been gone through. Few are not updated, the latest one, but still a lot of trainings are there. So these trainings are there. You can just check it out my website. You'll see a lot of information if you are willing to there are a lot of free stuff also there, so if you are want to willing to learn a few more things, so that you can go through with that. So trainings are there. So I've majorly provided Excel trainings and a VBA training. Sometimes I also provide PowerPoint training and the whole MS Office training. So these trainings are there majorly. So you can just check it out whenever you get some time in future. Also, one more thing, as I have maybe I mentioned earlier or not, I also provide the online courses is one thing, but I also provide my pre-recorded session. As you can see that I am training you on that particular topic. I'm discussing the topic. This is how I have recorded my session already, and that too are online. Basically, it's on udemy.com, and we do have more than 8,000 people enrolled on those on that website. And also I do have my own DVD tutorials that I sell it out in India. So this is basically for Excel. This is for Excel, and again the VBA and the rest of the things, that Word, Advanced, this PowerPoint, a lot of things are there. That whole MS Office program, you can say SharePoint is there, Access, Outlook, PowerPoint, Word, VBA, and Excel. So you'll also get a 30 days of money back guarantee without any question being asked. And there are a lot of ways, and every support will be there. My email ID, my phone number will be there with you all the time. If you face any issue, you can call me. I can also handle your call anytime. I don't have any problem. But when I'm not in a corporate training, that's it. Else I can handle the calls. So no issues with that. So we also provide certifications. To lot of candidates we have provided certification so far. So these options are there, and I also these are the few certifications which are there. So this is the Microsoft certificate which is there. The scroll is due to connection is a bit slow. Maybe yes. Okay, and I also have a blog which you can subscribe, and if I post anything into that, so you'll find it, uh, be there, and everything will be there. And what I request you is that you just come on this website. You will find everything related to me. This is my blog, which is Excel training by Lokesh Lalwani, and this is the latest post I have provided. So till the time more than 13,000 people have uh, viewed this. So response is good actually. I hope I'm able to cater people and they are satisfied with the things I discuss. So I'm pretty much happy with all these things. And also one free stuff is there. Free stuff is basically few videos I have uploaded just to show some demo videos. You getting my point? For example, if anybody of you wants to buy the DVD package in any case, so they can just go through with these videos anytime, and these are the few videos which are from that DVD. So this is for Excel and VB. I couldn't able to load for rest of the programs, but Excel and VBA are pretty much here. So anytime you can just go through with this. So this is all about me, guys, and I really thank you guys that you joined me. And it's a beautiful day today, and I think the rain is also is pretty much low right now in my region. So feeling pretty much good, and hopefully after the class I'll just go for a movie with my family. It would be great. So you also enjoy the day, and thanks a lot. Thanks for joining. I'll share all the material with you in a short time, and just subscribe for my blog and also for the next webinar. And great to have you guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye bye.